Brigitte Leloire Kerackian for Asian Culture Vulture. We are at Cannes Film Festival for the launch of the movie The Extraordinary Journey of the Fakir. It's a French-Indian cooperation and the main character is Dhanush. So we have today two interviews with Ken Scott and with Dhanush.
Let's go.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dhanush, to be with us with
It's my
Asian
pleasure.
Culture Vulture.
Yeah.
So we're here for your new movie, The Extraordinary Journey of the Fakir. How were you contacted at first for this movie?
I was filming in India and I got a phone call from Aditi, the Indian producer for the Fakir. So she told me there is this project and it's based on a novel and if I'd be interested. It's pretty much as simple as that over a phone call. So I read the book and the script and then I was really convinced that I should be part of this film.
Okay. And at first the director was Maari and then they changed the director to Ken Scott. You don't know that?
Yeah, I think Aditi will have better clarity about it.
And why was this specific story interesting to you?
See, this story has a lot of positivity to give, a lot of heart to give, and according to me, world right now needs a lot of positivity, and to spread love is one of the most important things that every human being should start doing. And this film does that, and also it gave me a great opportunity to learn a lot of things from a lot of actors from all around the world, and also to explore how things work at this side. Everything, it was a great opportunity, and I thought I should be part of this film.
Can you tell us a specific situation where you were surprised or that you learned something which was different from
No, definitely not surprised, but there was always more to learn. Every day there was more to learn, and that happens not just in international film, it happens in every film. You know, there is always more to learn.
And how did you reconcile your schedule with the Fakir and all your projects in India?
No, they approached me well in advance, so planning for Fakir was not at all difficult for me.
You are shooting a movie where you play Vada in Chennai, which is the following of Maari 2, and your actual look is the
Maari 2 look. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little about it?
It's a very quirky film, Maari, and this is about a very notorious Don, but he's a very grey character, but he's really funny at the same time, very dangerous. And the first part really worked, and this is a sequel that we are doing for that film.
You're a Tamil actor from the south of India, and it's the second time that you're playing the character of a Hindi-speaking person, like in Ranjana.
Yes.
So how do you approach all the nuances of a Hindi-speaking person?
Since I don't speak the language, it's a bit difficult, but there's always help, and I have to thank all the people who's helped me with the language, and they do all the hard work. I just learn from them and do whatever best I can.
It's been more than 16 years that you're in movies. So how do you handle with the success?
There's so much to do, and I think for 16 years, there's so much I could have done if I had learned things faster and if I had understood things faster. I think I was a little laid back in the middle somewhere, and now that you say that it's been 16 years, that I feel I could have done much more than what I've done so far. So now I'll try my level best to do more in the coming years.
But you're still very young, so
people younger than me have achieved much more.
So with Ranjanan and Shamitabh, you had a pan-Indian success. So what would be after that the new steps in your career?
I want to take one step at a time right now and focus on the things I have in my hand right now. So definitely Fakir is opening new territories for me, new doors for me. I'm looking forward for interesting projects from which I can learn more and from which I can explore more. So I'm really waiting for the right opportunities.
Okay, so it's very interesting information. So maybe we'll see you in future co-production internationally.
Definitely.
Was there some barriers with your French colleagues when you were shooting, because French don't speak much English?
Not at all. The film is an English film, and then they were really sweet to me. They made things really easy for me, especially I'm a guy from a different world altogether, and they really made things easier for me. I worked with an amazing crew.
So can you tell us more about your future projects apart from?
Well, you've said it pretty much yourself. There's Vada Chennai, which is releasing soon, and there's Maari 2, and of course there is the Fakir.
Yeah.
Very soon.
And the Fakir, in your career as a comedy, did you make other comedies?
I've made other films, comedy films, in Tamil films.
But it's a specific rhythm, the comedy, right?
This is different, yes. It's much more subtle, and the comedy, it's good comedy, comedy behind good content, good message. So and in some sequences, it will be hilarious and at the same time emotional. It was really a beautiful challenge for an actor, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Emotion, and it really felt like there was a potential for a true feel-good type movie. So that's why I was attracted to this project, and also the fact that I wanted to work with Dhanush.
Oh, okay. Because the book was such a great success, wasn't it a pressure on you?
Was there pressure because, obviously there's pressure when you're adapting a book that had so much success, but it's a good pressure. I mean, since I enjoyed the book, since I enjoyed the novel, I wanted to work. Working on a movie, it's 2 years of your life, and for me, it was a great pleasure to spend 2 years in that world, in the world of the extraordinary journey of the Fakir.
And how did you come on board? Because previously Marjane Satrapi was contacted as a director, and how did you come on board with the production?
I came on board. It's an interesting story because actually, exactly 2 years ago, a producer friend called me up from Cannes here, asking me if he could give my phone number my contact number to Luc Bossé, the producer of the Fakir. And so exactly 2 years ago, Luc Bossé called me up and said that he was working on a project which was the adaptation of the Extraordinary Journey of the Fakir. And so he sent me the book. He told me about Dhanush that was on the project, and I loved the project. I felt that it was something that had a tone that was close to what I like to do, where there's comedy, yet there's emotion, and I felt that there was a strong main character, and it's a true journey.
And what was your involvement in the casting? Because I read that Uma Thurman was at first hired for the movie, and so how did you influence the casting?
Well, when I got on the movie, when they offered me this project, there was Dhanush that was on the project, and then it's a story of this Indian that goes and meets many different characters that are from many different countries. So the casting was really fun because we could go get these great actors from different countries, and they come and they're there for a few scenes, but the impact is so important because each one of these characters need to impact our main character, which is Dhanush. So the casting was paramount, and so I had a lot of fun, and we had some great actors like Bérénice Bejo, Barka Dabdi, Abel Jaffri, and we also have a great British actor, Ben Miller, that comes and does a great dance number that I really enjoyed shooting with him.
And how did you coordinate with all your actors from Africa, France, Europe, India? How did you coordinate all that?
Obviously, having all these different actors from all these different countries, it makes the movie. It makes the spirit of the movie to have all these different influences from all these different countries. But obviously, there was a challenge communicating with all these different actors. Making sure that we were on the same wavelength, making sure that we were making the same movie and that they would understand what tone I was going for. But it worked out really nicely.
And so Dhanush was already cast for the movie before you came in?
Yes.
And how did you learn on him? How did you know about his work before?
I got to watch many of Dhanush's movies. He's made 35 movies and still so young. So I enjoyed watching his work, and then we got to know one another. He's made all these movies in India. I've made movies in Canada and in the United States. And I guess we don't make movies exactly the same way. There was an adaptation, and there was a lot of discussions on, how we were going to do this. But it worked out really nicely, and he's such a great actor. He's such a talented artist. So it was just a pure joy working with him and finding and discovering what each scene was actually about.
Can you give us a little detail of that which happened, which was very surprising or unexpected?
One of the something unexpected was we had lots of scenes with lots of extras that were from different countries, and I actually ended up giving them instructions and explaining them what I wanted them to do, and I was addressing a whole group of people and giving them all the details and talking to them for minutes and minutes, then actually realizing that no one spoke English and they were just too polite to tell the director, we don't understand what you're saying. We don't understand a word of what you just told us, we don't know. And that actually happened a few times. But besides that, it was just a lot of work, but a lot of pleasure.
So the movie will be distributed in 100 countries. Can you give us the date of the release in the UK?
I don't know. I don't know the dates. I know that the movie's coming out throughout the world, and the very first date is in France, and it's coming out the 30th of May, and then it's coming out throughout the world.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Ajatashatru Lavash Patel.
Aja, eat. You have to be strong if you want me to take you with me to Paris one day.
Come and see the famous Aja!
When I was young, I knew nothing about the rest of the world. Then the bad news came. Ma! I'm taking my mother to Paris. Love in Paris is 10 times stronger than anywhere else. Honey, I can't find the keys to my car. Sorry, I really have to test the living room before buying them. Marie and I bonded instantaneously when I told her all about India. I'll see you tomorrow under the Eiffel Tower.
Okay. Oh, here in Paris, we do it on the cheeks.
Since I had no money, I chose to stay there for the night.
That one.
Where are we going? London. London? Please, I have to go back to Paris. Karma, it works every time.
You're a refugee?
Yes.
I have a special gift. I read the future in traffic.
Chance is everything. We play with the hand it deals us. And these are the cards chance dealt me.
you are in control of your life.
You all are illegal immigrants?
And you are not?
I'm a tourist.
Traveling in a wardrobe.